Okay. So this is recording. I don't know what I have that hotkey set to. So let's check that. We're going to show our settings folder. That's the wrong thing. And now we're gonna figure that out and know that that works. So we're gonna put this all the way over there. And yeah, so this is going to be, well, I don't know if Corrange is going to cover this or not, but this is a series where I will be sharing a save file with corrange, who is another person who just plays Voices of the Void. We're going to be swapping the save file back and forth every in-game 7 days. So this is my first shift of the series, so it is going to be considered, well, shift 1, as the first shift of the series implies. And I'm just going to be recording this as I play it and seeing what happens. I have played this a little bit before, so that is what this is going to end up being here. So, let's get to work. And you might hear the audio change a little bit as I kind of adjust my mic here and go over here to the audio mixer and change around how much desktop audio is coming through so that now it's on par with my microphone. So now, ooh, okay, that is why am I experiencing such frame drops? Okay, there we go. Okay. Having to warm up for some reason. Okay. Just got a bunch of stuff that it wants done. A bunch of stuff to do. Oh, that's... Okay, I thought that said base. No, that says, to go to the gate. So first things first, we just got here, not at the base, we got here at the entrance to the array. So that means that we have to walk all the way to the base, which I think should be right out there. Yep, base this way. Is it over that bridge? I forget. No, it's not. Or it shouldn't be, at least. Yeah, because it's out there where that radio tower is that you can see in the distance. That is where Alpha Root base is, which is going to be our center of operations for the entire thing for both me and Corrange. I've got to figure out which one, corrange or Corrange. That's the dilemma I've got to face here. Corrange, it's more natural. Might not be the exact username for the YouTube, the account for the YouTube account, but I don't know. Still works. So, okay. Coming into this place initially, it is always a mess. There are mannequins everywhere, there's trash on all the floors, none of the lights are on as you first come in. That was this piece of wood just tweaking out right there. Okay, so it looks like we got a bunch of MREs. Main thing I want are these lights. This is gonna have to get cleaned up later, but for now, since we're just in here, I'm gonna get everything that is important out of here while I'm thinking about it. I just walked out of there. What is having problems where, and how do I need to fix this? There we go. Okay, it was that trash. The random generation decided to make it so that just hated the wall, I guess. I don't know. This is the main area of Alpha Room. We'll go back there in just a second. First things first, we gotta get ourselves set up. At least a little bit here. can't have nowhere to live. So, what we're going to do is we're going to reach in here and we're going to grab all of the things that we can certifiably deem important. Which includes our magic floating certificate that states that we graduated college. It's time to just... for now this can just go somewhere. That works, I guess. A little higher up. Yeah, there we go. Okay. I don't think we have daily task for day 1. Let me get the computer on, and while that boots up, I'm gonna move this drive box over here. The pile that is just kind of massed on that table. There's a half full gas can, rather, right there. Our email. Yeah, cool. Hello. Yeah, okay. So we don't have our first task right off the bat. We end up with a lot of what comes down to clutter cleanup and not much to do on this first day other than just establish a little bit of a routine, clean up around base. I don't know how Corrange is going to manage all of this, but I'm going to throw most of this just out into the open for now to get it out from this main area, and then I'm going to buy a bunch of trash bags and make do with that. Okay. Let's pile all of the trash in here, kind of towards the middle of the room. If it's not all in the middle of the room, it's gonna do weird stuff and decide it doesn't like trash bags whenever we try and get it all cleaned up, so. This is not a blind playthrough for both me and Corrange. Both of us have, well, he's completed the main story of the game once or twice, I believe. I think several times, because it's got more updates. I've never really asked about that, but I have played up until day 33 on a main save, and I have looked through the wiki for the rest of the story events, because I don't know, that's just how I roll half the time. But currently, there are a lot of piles of trash to clean up and a bunch of general work to do around here. Alright, looks good for now. Alright, stop number 1, utility closet. I've got to pick up a... Hey, that is... fantastic. First thing, and we already have... the room's already a mess. It doesn't make much of a difference anyways. Okay, don't have enough space in my inventory. Let's kind of write that back up just a little bit. Okay, I'm just gonna leave that like that. Come back to that whenever I feel like it. Alright, and now, if I'm not wrong, there is not in this room. That's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for this room. And the item box in here we can use to sell our first bits of trash from around the base and get a little bit of passive income as we start off. But before I do anything else, I've got to start getting some work done because I'm not used to doing signals. In my main save, I am relying on a frame that just mines Bitcoin all day to get a bunch of money for me. But currently I've got to actually put in some of the mundane work and scan signals. Okay, satellites are rotating. I've got to wait for them to get a lock. Collect a bunch of these trash bags. They're sitting on the floor. I gotta ship these in. Trying to make as much work out of the first day as possible so that I can have most of this done before I really start getting into the daily tasks and work starts to pile up. lights on in here. Every light that you turn on ends up being a little bit more energy consumption. So it's better to stay wary about the lights that you turn on, and your flashlight, if you keep that on a bunch. But that is also why we find and collect a bunch of batteries that are lying around base. I've got 5 batteries that are at full charge, somewhere. Okay. That's still downloading. Delivery drone should be coming to pick that up. Let me grab the broom that I put out in the hall. Getting some of this kind of, not really organized, but rather centralized to one point. That's a delivery drone. All that trash that we're shipping off, and it is going to take off somewhere where they're just absolutely thrilled to get a bunch of trash bags from some random person out in the middle of nowhere. That area's good. Probably going to have to be a big project when it comes to getting it all cleaned. So that's good for now. I don't know what to do with all the trash that's lying around, because normally I just box it and send it away, but Corrange is not a big fan of whenever that happens, so... because you can just recycle it into more stuff. I'm going to try to not do all that and keep it up and running. That, okay, that still hasn't gotten downloaded. Let me take a drive from there, so that can be imported and exported. There should be a bunch of drives that are laying around various places right now, I believe. Yes, okay, here we go. Burger. Alright, number 1, we're gonna look around for drives and MREs. I've already taken a bite out of this one. Okay, we'll stop at 30. There we go. Just a second that I do that. Oh, fuck. I might have to censor that out. Watch this footage at least 3 times to make sure that anything needs to be seen as it is. It is definitely way too ingrained in my vocabulary. Left out. Let's see, is this... that isn't 100% done yet. And I ran into the door. Leave that open for just a second. Am I bleeding? put this here, take all of our garbage bags, they're full. Cram those in there. I've picked up a couple MREs along the way. That's why I haven't been, okay. So now, yes, fire extinguishers, yeah. Sell all those. Pretty good profit for some more trash bags early on. I'm not gonna sell all of them. They add something pretty nice to the base. I'd rather not get rid of all of them at least. And check on base servers and tr.check. Transformer 2 is low. Okay, so it looks like we can save that and we export that. Alright, let's import that and what's it under? Database? We can't do that yet, I don't think. Upgrade, or no, it's under modules. Signal autosave for 40 points. I mean, it'd be nice to have. What, save signal. Save signal. I'm gonna try to go into that. If I look in here at the database now, okay, we have 3 copies of this now. So let's just get rid of all the ones with the numbers on them. And now that we have this, okay, so we now have 1 process signal. Not process signal, but gotten signal, at least. Which means that we can move on to getting another one. Looks like there's one right down here. Looks too close to be true. It's gonna... There might be an error. Yep, invalid object. It looked like there was one further down to the left, I guess, if the game... Oh no, my azimuth is already all the way over. Successful ping. Let me clear these office chairs out. Put one over here. Put another somewhere else, because I don't want to have to deal with those. Okay, so we do have that in the database now, or database, rather. So that's Gas Giant 1. It's got the date on there. We can stop it as well. We'll have to get the spectrogram eventually. Spectrogram model. How much is that? 50? Signal autosave for 40 would be pretty good. In the meantime... Probably the lower range. Yep, I just saw it flash by. That should be good for now. That doesn't work. And I don't know what it's going to be for eventually, but it's going to be for something. Solid. Put that there. I never called it over. Because it was still on the way out when I initially called it. Or when I initially attempted to call it, rather. Let's pick back up the broom and see Nope. Not doing all that. A little bit of trash consolidation. Oh yeah, I forgot about all the stuff up here. this starts turned over. It's a clock I need to put back up. Well, actually, let me... No, because there's already one down there. Isn't there? Yeah. Okay, this area is brightened up just a little bit. Oh, wait. I forget that the storms always throw off whatever you're trying to do. Don't have any processing ones yet. What about modules? There's one for the storm filter to stop that from happening, but don't have the money for that yet. That's 150. I'm sitting at 3 and using it all on trash bags and item boxes. That looks like maybe a signal. Let's hope. Good, successful thing right off the bat. Never a bad thing to see. Unless it's literally a signal. This is going to be the first drive box that I'm using. I may have to put epilepsy warning on this, I'm not sure. It keeps thundering. All that reorganizing just for it to be off. There we go. Little pyramid of drive boxes with a little bit of space behind them too. Okay, so we need to move this polarity. Okay, this is definitely near south. Okay. What time is it? Just past noon. Is that the first daily? No, that's... Okay, package received. Okay, good. That's gonna have a little bit of drift to it, but there's nothing we can do about that. We need the storm filter to get rid of that, but we cannot get that yet. So, what we're gonna do for now is we're just gonna... And we are going to order that garbage bag. With that garbage... Oh, wait, we need to order the item box after that, yeah. Then, I'm going to use the pause feature on OBS to disguise the fact that I just had to go and get something to eat. And now I've got to figure out where I left off. So, they've sent in the trash bags, item boxes next. Don't know where all the trash I'm gonna store. Need to finish off that chocolate bar and pass out in the middle of the day. This is probably a pretty good place to start. Okay. I'll put that right there. I do know one useful thing that we can do. Now, since I am sharing this file with Corrange, that means that part of making sure that this works is going to be successfully communicating with him, and not just flailing around. What all is working and what all isn't. Now, we are once again going to use the handy pause feature that OBS has built in so that I pause pretty seamlessly. And we're going to go around and we're going to pick up a bunch of paper scraps. That we're going to do this. Loose back to what I just said about the system currently is going to be pretty simplistic, but should be upgraded in the future, I believe. I hope. Because right now, I'm about to set up a very primitive form of communication, since we're working this in shifts. First of all, I need to take a solid look at over here. It's probably in all honesty. Yeah, corkboard. I'm gonna order one of those, and probably a box of pins. And what I'm gonna do with all that is, if we take a bunch of paper scraps and we stack them all up on this table like this, we can turn into viable paper scrap. Now, paper scrap is what we can end up using to make paper, given that we have the correct materials for it. Let me stop with this. Yeah. Paper trash. Keep bagging up all the stuff in the garage now. Heavily used area. So there's going to have to be a lot of cleaning done just in the general area. I'm probably going to be done getting all this up before the drone even gets back to base. Yeah. Trash bags are not currently in high supply, even though they are in high demand. So we gotta go and keep picking these up. Now we can grab this item box and stuff it full of garbage bags. Okay, thank you. We can put that there, depending on how... Maybe we can probably wait for the drone to settle back into base. I think it's 7,400 something out. Yeah. We can call it directly back out. I forgot that I was supposed to How's this doing? All the way down to the same signal. I'm gonna pop a drive in there. We're gonna export that to the drive. We still have no way to upgrade any of these. So here's one just down. Okay, oh, wait, that is a much closer signal. But if this one doesn't pick up, we're gonna move back over and keep going down. Because we did see just the hint of, well, not really a hint, we saw an arrow that was running a long ways down the field. Yep, here we are. That's pretty rapidly pulsing, so that might be something good. Yep. One of the big upgrades we can get is not processing. I don't want to upgrade the processing modules, but automatic polarity detection. Not detection direction. I was looking for it said detection earlier. Automatic polarity direction. Work a little bit better, because then we won't have to check every polarity channel for all of that. So we're gonna tune this in. just at 100. We're gonna check above that. There it went. It's somewhere further down, I believe. It looks like the frequency isn't wanting to work with us. Yeah, that's a really absurdly sensitive frequency there. Why I don't know, that is absurdly sensitive. It's a pretty decent download. I just realized I haven't been playing these signals too, but that's why we have the database. Package received, 48 points have been sent in. Back to the store, 1, 2, 3. That's 48, that's what we just got out of that. 48 would make us unable to buy another item box, I believe. I believe it was, what, 23? Yeah, so we'll have to order just 1 and 1. That means that we should be able to get enough on the next one to do some pretty solid work. That looks like Mars, maybe. I mean, oh wait, no, this one is... I think I've already played halfway through that. Okay, not looking like much on any of those. That should be downloaded soon. Where's the broom? It's all the trash that's scattered around is going to drive me crazy. I think the mess is just going to drive me crazy in this bed. The drives will be cleaned up eventually, whether by me or Corrange, I have no clue, but eventually they will definitely be cleaned up. So let's keep taking up some of this trash. Probably should throw this glass is pretty susceptible. Okay, that is not the expected result of that. I kind of expected just the top layer of stuff to be moved and not the entire metal table. I was saying, one sweep of a broom. Like, that seems like a pretty odd feat. But I think most humans would not be standardly capable of unless they're on some pretty heavy steroids. And with the rate that it's moving, that shouldn't get pushed that far. Or anywhere near that far, really. Let's open this back up. What is keeping that? Let's move that empty bag out of there. That empty bag see if it'll automatically close it. There we go. Okay, we got that fixed. Pretty simple fix to get done. Now we wait for that to come back in while we're doing that. Away these MREs that we found. Shelf, hopefully. I have no idea how long this has been paused for. That is not very good. Oh. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing I can do about it. I got 2 MREs, called in more trash bags, cleaned this place up a little bit. Looked her out around in front of there. The sun is setting a little bit. I don't know. I don't know what. I mean, from here maybe. Some weird type of cut happened because it was paused when I didn't mean for it to be. Currently there's not much else for doing right now. Except for just a bunch of drive for the day, but this is a bunch of drives that just kind of started to accumulate. So it looks like there's a signal up this way. Yeah, there it is. I think I saw that one earlier. It's might not be one. Yeah, sensor error. Let's head just kind of out into the center, I guess. It's probably our best bet. Yeah. Really powerful on this one. Successful ping. I mean, I'll take it. It's about 5 o'clock. Swept up a bunch of trash. Accidentally moved that table with the broom. Just finished that MRE. Yeah. Maybe getting a little bit of this paper scrap, or paper trash turned into paper scrap, I'm not sure. Trying to get a bulletin board eventually, get contact with Orange. Well, contact with Orange is already going to be assured, but I lost track of what I was talking about. I think I was about to go in here and just order more garbage bags and another item box, and then get this going. I have no clue what I was talking about before this, though. I had to pause it and look at something. That should be good for now. So now, well that, oh no. How big is this signal? It's downloading at 20 bytes a second and it's, oh no. Oh, I need to do a transformer for that. That's a solid idea. Trash bags. Much work done today as possible to lighten the load later on, because more signals means less signals per day that need to be processed, as long as I can get some done quickly now. Let's see, take this, that, put that there, bang. Having to double check to make sure I didn't accidentally have it paused again, because I just did something and paused it for that, so I need to just make sure, because I lost, what, maybe 15 minutes worth of video because of that? I know, it's making me feel kind of dumb about it, but I mean, there's no way to go back now, so I don't know how much you're going to like it. I mean, there might be a little portion of the video before this that I kind of edit in, where I look back over it and go, oh yeah, that's what I did when that was happening, and then just fill that in. I don't know much else than that. That's just gonna play out how it plays out, I guess. This is dwarf planet. Okay, that's tough. I should go get that notepad. Move this out of the way because it needs to load automatically, please. There we go. There's probably some MREs in these cabinets. Maybe. No. Not in the fridge. There's a shrimp pack that I could cook in there, though. What was I doing? Notepad. Yeah, that's what I was doing. What? Well, I can still manage this. Is going to be pretty good. Let's store a bunch of these okay, so I tried to do the pause thing, but I forgot that I need to pause the recording first. So now I can pull that off. And yeah, there's a toolbox under there. Bunch of electronic trash, but no scrap. Nothing in there. What do you want? When are you gonna start to move? The second I look away, it makes noise. If I'm not wrong, I think there's something behind these boxes. Yeah, there's an old ammo box. Kinda interesting. Can't do much with it. Nifty little trinket to have. Oh, I should put it in my inventory because I wasn't holding the right button. I should go and call in the drone. Get my 36 trash bags. Okay, save error installed. Either is happening. The game just doesn't like me now. So apparently it's that one. Probably not going to be able to call anything else in today. But oh, that was probably the drone. Okay. Sleep's already getting pretty low. Okay, 7:30. Not bad for the first day. Alright, so considering how this is going to work, this is going to be the mark of about a 1/7 of my first shift going through. Well, hon, it's only 8:30 right now. I think I have a signal waiting downstairs, and I have more trash bags I can order. Okay, that's odd. The, download speed is dipped significantly. Could I maybe retune that to get a better grip on it? I don't know, but that has dropped from like 20 down to that? No clue. I can order 4 more rolls in an item box, and I can get to work on that. And I don't know what to do with all this trash. I'm gonna let Corrange sort all of that out because I don't want to deal with that. He probably doesn't want to deal with that, but he's dealt with it more than I have before, so therefore it is going to be left to him. Okay, now it's spiking again. And I have no idea why. That's odd. Okay. Having to make sure that the recording is still running. That's gonna be like a source of paranoia in and of itself throughout this entire thing, making sure that I'm actually recording. The editing on this is a lot. Guess what? This has turned out to be nearly an hour for day one. An hour a day at 7 days. It's going to pretty quickly turn into maybe 7 hours worth of video. That is in less days, so it will take less time. Oh, that's it, dropping things off. I should also probably lock the doors to the base before I go to sleep, so anything that is outside cannot get inside. I prefer if it didn't, very nice. Okay, it's thundering again. That storm filter is really vital with what the weather patterns are looking like right now. Anything interesting in these lockers? You know, I test my luck with jump scares and stuff. Let me just toggle the lights on in here for a second to get some of this trash up and then leave. That's all I'm stopping by here for right now. Trash bags, and then turn that off. I ain't doing that right now. Again. What I am doing right now is cleaning up the stairwell. Oh, I just realized I'm putting a old garbage bag rather than a trash bag and trying to pick up trash with it. You know, the one that's already packed with trash. I have no clue what I'm thinking. Well, I mean, in all reality I do. I'm just get stuff done on a little bit more autopilot than normal. Before I know it, I'm gonna keep trying to do things on autopilot and wind up either dead or half dead. Until I eventually fall down. I will not be surprised if at some point there's a big thing that flashes on screen. It's just a timestamp for me just falling. Just down a hill. Post editing, I won't be surprised if I have to put that through. Not the post editing, the editing itself. The post editing is what you were watching. I don't know why I said you like that, like you're some kind of criminal. I don't even know. Well, I do know who you is in this case, the person watching is you. I don't know. Just not used to saying it, I guess. That's probably half of it. I think I broke the trash bag there, because I'm short by one. Still don't know when those guys are going to start moving. Let's do a little bit of writing here. And now we're going to use the stats page, and we're going to see if we have amount of points in this save specifically, maybe? No, okay. So I'm going to have to ballpark this at maybe 200 points, all which went into more selection, finish, ops, around And I'll have to, gotta keep that notepad on so that I accurately log things, so it's left not knowing what is going on. So that's gonna whisk that away, get me already. Come on, it's not late enough in the game for me to start waking up to meta-paranoia at, what, 11 p.m.? Is this just the game trying to prevent, or trying to get me to lock the doors? I don't know. Well, I mean, I'm locked in. Okay. At 11:30 meta paranoia. I just realized that this has been paused for, I don't know, maybe a while again. Oh god, I'm bad about making sure that I press that. I'm fixing up servers in the server room for the night because I woke up at 11:30 to meta paranoia. I don't know if my finger slipped to pause this or what. But meta paranoia has started. I went around and I've locked doors. I've started a little bit of a journal so that it paused again. Is it a certain key that I hit? Not gone by midnight. Not gone by midnight. That's weird. Maybe it's just me. Not gone by midnight. All the entities. There's gonna be a lot. I just realized what it is. And it's time to use some of this to fix a couple things. Binds. Demo snow mode, we're going to set that to none. You're going to set drop item. This is going to be choppy, and I know exactly why it's going to be choppy. And there's a lot of work that is going to have to go into fixing all of this after meta-paranoia is done for the night, because the button that I've been using to put items away and pick them back up, or to do anything like that, is the same button that pauses my recording. There's going to be a lot of flickering within this recording. You may notice that, you may not. I don't know. I'm not seeing this from a viewer's perspective. I have not kept a decent eye on that, but okay, meta-paranoia has gone around this time. Okay, meta-paranoia is gone at, what time is it? At about 0100. Let me change this over to military time. 2300 and 2200. And now what we're going to do is we're going to scramble back out this way. And we're going to go back to bed. But before we do that, we are going to change around keybinds in OBS so that I don't pause the recording every 5 seconds. Oh no, it's this stream. Okay, water is going to start rising. I've got to find a door on one of these pillars. or else I'm gonna get snatched by the water and lose the nightmare, and that's gonna cause me to lose sleep for the night, and I would rather not lose sleep for the night. Tooltip. Blank. Cool, thank you for the very useful tooltip game while I'm kind of drowning. I guess that's probably the closest thing to this, is drowning. If this video gets any traction, there's probably going to be 5 million people who go back through the recording while I'm doing this, and they're going to be like, oh yeah, the door was right there, and then I'm going to look back the recording, and the door will be right there. And I'm probably going to be really dumb. But, oh god, yeah, I need to get up and get back to bed. Nightmare at 1:15 lost. And now we just wait for the night to pass after Metaparanoia on night 1. Having to fix OBS after I figured out that I used the same hotkey for too many things. And now, waking up probably relatively late on a work day. Because this is where the daily tasks are going to start, which are going to start to take up a lot of my in-game time. Which is bad. Well, not necessarily bad. The fact that I'm getting up when the sun is starting to rise. Well, not starting to rise, but has risen at least a little bit above that horizon. That is not very good. Because now I have things that, like, I have obligations and things that will need to get done, like the daily task. I need 1 signal level 0, Quebec, Juliet, Oscar. Quebec, Juliet, Oscar. What kind of run is that? JQO? OJQ. SV dot, well, first of all, TR dot check. I need to stop by Transformer 2 and Transformer 3. That is a really inconvenient run. Juliet, Quebec, Transformer 2, Transformer 3... No. Juliet, Quebec, Transformer 2, back to Juliet, to Oscar, to Transformer... No, Transformer 2 really needs to be checked. So JQ, Transformer 2, 3. Fuse, we're gonna turn this into a report, we're gonna tear it off, we're gonna collect it, and we are going to meet Juliet, Quebec, Oscar. Now the game is pausing every time I do that. This should be a lot checked. So SB dot target Juliet SB dot target Juliet. No idea what happened last night with Metaparanoia. These guys still haven't moved at all. I don't know what kind of upkeep I need to do around basement. I did forget to bring a meal with me for dealing with a little bit of that early morning hunger, but that bar down there is just always there. I've learned to live with it. Eventually, I think still depends on if anyone watches this game's an abstraction both with viewers, and I can keep this up with corrange. That's all a lot of depending, and you know, if you do end up tuning into this, it should get a lot better from here on out, I think. I can't remember what the original thought behind this was. They kind of sparked the tangent. Nice. But oh yeah, I remember what it was. It's the bar that shows up in the AV, or ATV, but the bar that shows up there is just part of this game. I've gotten used to it. If you end up tuning into this for more than one episode, you should probably watch this considering the fact that it might end up being an hour or so long. You'll probably end up getting used to it. But once again, that just kind of depends on how long you watch this video for. It could be a long video. In fact, I think this is going to be my first upload since I tried the Pizza Tower playthrough several years ago. Since then, I've gotten, I mean, a new computer, mainly. That's been a really big part of this, is getting a new computer that, that works a lot better than the old laptop I used to have. C2F7E2F, and now SV.target_TR_2, because I need to read that. If I don't know what's going to happen with the power, but I've got to... I'm not going to prioritize upgrading the transformers. But it's definitely something that I'll have to look into the spending I would need to do. Back up to 100. Wait, what's in this barrel? This isn't, come on, bro. I don't care if, deal with that, or I'll deal with one of the two. That's just gonna be a big motto for this series. That Corrange can deal with it, or I'll deal with it later. Let me just, I'm just gonna, that's, yeah. I'm not gonna edit that out to stay faithful to the spirit of the Let's Play. I don't know what this would be considered. But, it's embarrassing. You know, all about, that's what I said, tracking personal growth, and this is all about what I decide to prank the Corrange is, the way that we're doing it, he is not going to know a single thing that I do while I am in possession of the same file. And I'm not going to know a single thing that he does while he is in possession of the same file. We're not going to communicate about it outside of the notes that we leave around the page with each other, which is why I'm probably going to end up getting a bulletin board. Ow. Well, I guess the timestamp is going to be at that point earlier. I need to get out of that river, please. Okay, yeah, before you criticize my driving in this game, please try it yourself. You can find the download link for it on itch. Because this is driving this is pretty difficult. If you see the demo, and pretty sure it's obvious that I know. Okay, we got airtime on that. I don't know where the path out to Oscar is, or if there's a path out to Oscar. Now I'm gonna come up here and connect to the other side that I just went back across. Yeah. How fun. Now we get to get the hash code for Oscar. And we've done the hash codes for 14A78B3A08. Okay, and now we're gonna sv.target_tr_3 because I'm making that stop over there. This took a lot less time than I expected it would. I'm sitting at just over an hour of recording time, which is not the entire play time of this session, because of the fact that I forgot about keybinds and accidentally made it so that we're gonna have choppy footage for that first day. But there's gonna be probably a bunch of black screens or filler screens and voiceovers and that portion of it is the nature in which it was recorded and all of that. Your Discord joining sound effect in the Discord call right now. Well, not call, but I mean voice channel. So I'm going to decide to find out what I'm doing here. But other than that, why I just thought of that, but I did. Oh, that's another. Oh, there are gonna be a lot of timestamps back there. Wow. And now I get to experience that feeling when I get to bring your car keys with you and nearly lose your only source of transportation. But at the very least, I did sit in an area. Okay, well, the help is nice. Okay, I did not mean to pull off nose wheeling. Nor was that particularly calming, given the fact that it was being tumbled downhill. Ugh. Like 24/7 and I'm going the wrong way. The helmet costs like somewhere in the realm of 500 to 1,000 points. Oh, I'm stupid. Well, what? What? Alright, well, time lapse. Feels odd saying time lapse, as I know the time lapse is going to be edited in later and then just doing it in real time. More fancy editing, or pausing, and hoping up my camera movement. Ooh, that probably wasn't the smartest thing to do, but it's the fastest, and that's what really matters. Man, I just kind of watched that happen, didn't I? I didn't even kind of turn out of that. Yeah, it's gotta do sometimes, you know? But, it's been a while since I've the route. From base straight to Transformer 3. And we're gonna land 2 flips in a row. I could never do that again in my life if I dedicated hours to it. And survive without taking a single hit? What kind of... And then not die again? I'm about to say my luck is turning around, but I don't want to say that because I'm going to jinx it and then I'm going to get hit with like 5 million mile an hour fastball directly to my face whenever I try and do something different. Now it's time to prep up the drive box today. So let's use this. We get the lid that we can put down over there without the game pausing this time, and we can just put that little drive right in the box, and I think the new way of doing it is that you have to put it inside the box And then cover all that with the lid and then put it down right there. Call that in. Once everything's done properly, and the transformers reset, we're back to about the same grind as what yesterday was, but maybe a little bit less. SV.ping, we're gonna do a quick check. November is down. Kerfer is gonna... November and golf. That is that gonna be a right now problem? No. Maybe golf, but not November. I ain't taking that long drive. Let's save the signal, and we will play it. Download on this thing's speed isn't that great. Well, I know where the car is, at least. Now, golf, no, I can do that on foot. SV.target golf. Lagging saves always weirds me out. I'm not gonna walk out through that anymore. You know, I'm gonna have to take the ATV. So for these, I have like 50 left. I needed 25. Okay. 25. What is this thing's health at now? It's 65. Okay. Okay, that was terrifying, because if those things hit something hard enough with enough gas in them, they'll just explode. And that... not exactly what we're looking for. We're looking for a flying ball. Oh, golf's the annoying one that always messes with you. You have to actually take this route. You have to go left, and then the left path swerves up and about, and the option to turn off to the right. Nowhere, actually. And you just gotta kind of freestyle it over golf. Another timestamp for the collection. I'm definitely bleeding a little bit from the head. It looks like that slope is probably the best way up to golf. Is this golf? I had to make sure I'm going to the right one, not just going crazy. You can see a little bit of vignette, or vignette, I don't know how it's pronounced, I don't really particularly care, around my screen because of, the fact that I've taken damage, which is going to be fun to deal with. I'm going to log on after Corrange and I'm going to be coughing because he smoked a cigarette. You can just, that will decrease your overall health. But for now, we just wait this out, and whenever that hits a time level that's acceptable, so a little under 28, call it in. 253. Now the question is, do I save up or do I get something that is really helpful and upgrade our download speed? Am I still bleeding? I'm not. Okay, wait, I forgot to target November. SV.target November. Now it's time for a full cross-map drive and a save here so that I don't toss myself off a cliff in a weird direction. The game decides that it's time to kill me. Well, I wouldn't intentionally throw myself off a cliff, but it's gonna throw me off one either way, whether I like it or not. bad it really is. That rock, thrown me over. Very lucky it decided not to. Ow. I mean, it doesn't even have to be a cliff. It can just be whatever the game wants it to be. Let's see. So if I popped off of that ledge going in that direction, that would place my ATV at the bottom of the river, which it is not, or somewhere up this hill. You know, I'm right by base. And my car keys are sitting in there. And I have no clue where the ATV is, but I'm pretty sure that this... No. Okay, time to find the ATV. Or not. I broke my legs. And this is why we make saves. So that we don't fall off of a cliff and die. Now it's time to magically get back over here. Because of the fact that we have a save. It did reset my compass. But I do now have a rough idea of where I'm going, and hopefully how to get there without not dying? No. I need to get there without dying. Without not dying implies that I would die, and I don't want to do that. This sign over here... Did I go the same way? I did, and I continued up this hill. Mike Yankee? I mean, if Mike is out this way, then November must be far. I mean, I'll take that. It's a pretty significant improvement. Alright, so if this is Bravo, November's out that way. But I still want to get a ping on it so that I know where I'm going. Okay, this is kind of an awesome day. SV.target November. I had to make sure I didn't run through that door, because otherwise I would have slammed my head against it. I had a fun time. Alright, so I'm parked down here by Bravo, and I considered taking this journey on foot for about 2 seconds right there. You can probably see in a little bit of a moment of hesitation, but yeah, I've now decided against it in favor of the ATV. We're going to go over this hill real slow. And we're going to take this. Hopefully the ATV head and its magic tires are good enough to get over here. And we're going to fix November, and then we're going to check the time. Because, Christ on cracker, it is getting to be sunset. First of all, I think it's just time. Okay, it's nearly 4. Okay, so let's get all of this done. I feel like I'm going to get an email from Corrange after sending him this footage after he has looked around for a while, and it's going to be like the email you get whenever you have terrible data. And because of all the cutting out that's going to be going on in day 1. Yeah, you'll learn how to deal with it, I guess. I hope like, that's... Well, he won't have to exactly learn how to deal with it. He'll have to adapt and sit through a couple minutes of bad footage. Well, not a couple minutes, like 15 minutes of bad footage. because then I accidentally ended the first recording. This is running off a different timer for day 2. But day 1 is now kind of saved as its own thing, and I'm considering doing the same thing for the rest of this. Yeah, okay, let's not die. Not topple it down legitimately, topple it down. I think the reason that I died going down this hill earlier is because in my main save, I have the hiking boots, and they reduce the amount of fall damage compared to standard boots. And I am not wearing a pair of hiking boots. I have on a pair of finish shoes. And that fall hurt Kel quite a bit. Okay, I got back from satellite checks at around 4. I need to turn this back on. I don't have a signal on, which is a big, big mistake. You don't want to not have one going. Because I might need more, considering that I'm providing an amount of them today. That's probably a sensor error or an invalid object. Sensor error. Yep, called that one. There we go, successful ping. What can I get in terms of over here? Yeah, Dr. Max is telling me that it's too noisy. Report's good. Modules. The storm filter would be really good, but I can kind of reinvest a little bit of this money and get a bunch of garbage bag rolls. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm going to get 120 bags. And then I'm going to order in an item box, and the rest of the money that I have left is going to go towards not processing level, not yet. I want download speed. I want to be able to get these things done swiftly. What? Wait. Let me redact that cat. Wait a second. Hold on. Okay, no, that takes money away. Let's not do that. And let's instead get automatic polarity direction. Yeah, checking the floor ranges was kind of dumb. There's a lot more area up above it. Okay, it looks like if I'm getting that slow of tuning with hundreds, let's yeah, I can get a pretty decent one here. That's trash bags. I should put this trash down. Everything else done for the next while is going to be done inside the base. It's going to be walking around, doing a bunch of trash pickup, and considering that I said time-lapse earlier, and therefore I'm going to have to learn how to time-lapse to actually input one, I'm going to do the same thing here, because at that point it's going to be much easier to do. it's time to set up the baby monitor. This guy, one morning is going to be gone, and that's how I'm going to know that they are on the move. So, fittingly, that is my baby monitor. Let's try and not have that fall over. Time for a circuit fixing break. 2, 4, 9, 3, 7, 5. That one's gonna be 4. Now we're gonna wait. fast elevator due to it being tied to frame speed. That door just stayed open. That's not cool. Broken bags this big operation is generally subject to. That should be all accounted for, I think. Yeah, because we're going to end up with, what, 4 or less? That's just kind of expected, quote-unquote, casualties. I'm not looking forward to looking back at old videos to hear how my voice has changed, because that's going to be one of the things. That's an asteroid they're stuck on that. It's very easy to tell at a certain point. Now we can find another signal. So let's get to work doing that. Okay, it didn't go that way just for unsuccessful. Good, great. It's about 8. So okay. 7 bytes a second, seeing that off base is hell of a thing. I shouldn't have done that by 1, I should have went to 15s and went by that. Like a little bit of that storm filter coming in. Well, a little bit of this storm probably hitting some of them. Oh. Ping it a little bit. Pretty high signal frequency. If it's wavering like it is. Can't tell if that's a storm coming in. Now that looks like a storm, and that's really messing with that. Yeah, I'm getting that storm filter. I can't not have that at this point. Well, I could tough it out and end up with, well, I don't have that much garbage to pick up at this point. So let's, that was how much that was messing with this. What should the rest of this go towards? I don't think I can get... Can't get much, but I can probably get some upgrades in here. Like processing level. Upgraded download speed, processing speed, sensor size, and processing level. See the hunger problem here is why we keep a pile of MREs over in the corner. Now we stay up for a while longer processing signals, because now they're going to be asking for level 1s by the morning. Yep, 5 million drives sitting around here. What? On Earth? What, where? And where, why, and more importantly, how? Wait, no, where? Please tell me I'm not getting meta-paranoia? What on Earth? Entity reading spiked from 3 to 34. So this is about 47 minutes of recording. It's getting close to the end of day 2. Now here is the real question. How much can I stay in here? And how much work can I get done? I can always get a coffee machine or a sleeping bag, but that requires funds that I currently do not possess. Wait, stop. Send it back to the drive. Do you have anything new off that? Not particularly. different signal on database. Red dwarf from earlier, red dwarf from 2 different red dwarfs. But it looks like that one, wait no, that one. Odd. Let's run it through this 2 megabyte one. It's 2 megabytes worth of data. Got to lock the garage door, but the door to the garage is closed. I should get the midnight drop soon. But, okay, so, in the morning, I'll have to run the satellite checks, make sure to get any down servers repaired, or start saving for the Kerfer so that I can actually get things done in a orderly fashion. This is going to mark me moving on to day 3 of this. And I might take a break here, I'm not sure. There's always the opportunity to get more. Day 3, move up at 0500. Nobody's moved yet. Components are all on. 6 done. 1 server, 2 servers down. dr.check is resulting in 2 and 3 being down again. So let's fix these. 0, 8, 7, 5, 0, 6, 5, and then that one should be 3. 10, 8, 7, 5, 0, 6, 5. Now we're gonna move to 3. I'm gonna set the benchmark a little closer so I don't have to wait as long. 5, 2, 8, 0, 5, 6, 1, and another 1. I'll probably run through today, and then call it for the night. I let it run past, I was not looking. How are we looking? 2 signals at level 1. Golf, Uniform, and Juliet. Golf, Uniform, Golf, Juliet is probably the best way to run that. So I'll do that. Let me use this port, tear it off, Lex, and Uniform Golf Juliet, EGJ. Save the signal. Let's export that. There. Start that. Let's this is a long file. Like oddly large, I think. That's that huge. Sensor speed. Back on the drive. I've got the two lined up that need to go out next. That's gonna be getting up and done. I've got that prepped. Let me take BB upgrades. Is there image processing speed? Out by uniform. Golf uniform Juliet SV dot target. Don't think about it. This one. Top it up for now. Does it need fixing? 53 with 10 uses on this thing, probably. UGJ. Exactly have the materials that I would need to do that. that or it's an event. I'm not sure which. It might be an event, now that I'm looking at it. I should really start pressing the handbrake before I try and pause on you can ride down the faces, you can't ride up them. You can ride up with super glue tires, and then you ride down with super glue tires, and then the second you ride up on the tires, it's like, oh, well, I guess I can't use that anymore, you know? SV.hash golf 066 F2B7CAF and SV.target Juliet. Didn't make spelling mistakes. This recording is just now reaching an hour worth. This is going to be trimmed down by quite a bit, so obviously if you're watching, I have no clue how long it's going to be. It might be 2 hours for all I know, or it might be like 45 minutes, but it's not going to be very long. And I'm probably going to talk to Corrange about how we want to do that, because we could go the way of the, like, Let's Play / live stream, and have, like, a VOD. Well, having a VOD would mean that we would have 2 versions of one clipped and one that's unclipped, and just completely free. And I feel like that'd be a pretty solid way to do it, in my opinion. SV.tr.check target tr_3. Let me go to the thinking about it. Maybe stop by the, well, I don't have anything to get the electric generator out of the hole, so there's no point in stopping by it. The sun is just starting to rise, come on. Start the day off strong. Well, this is going to take me back by base anyways, and I'll probably end up needing Neil. I'll grab the MRE that's sitting up here and take the drive. Some stuff is probably done, so, you know, just more incentive to head in and make sure I've got everything. Ooh, I forgot to change this at all. Before I left, I started a signal, but I didn't finish it. Probably should have done that, be smart. Tuning by hundreds that slow is a really good sign. I don't know if I'm going to be communicating with Corrange about this very much. I do know that he'll eventually end up seeing most of this, whether it be after his shift is done on this and he's watching this video back over. Apparently my cow got really angry that I didn't want to go in. He decided to throw the box, or throw the, not the box, but the drive at me. Okay, I just called the drone in. So I've got the last bite of an MRE on me. It should be food enough. Okay, the fact that Corrange will not be watching this video before his shift. What I'm going to do is, so supposedly whenever you type into the command the word alien, it shows that it's not a prompt. Right, like it shows you, hey, this doesn't work, why are you trying this? But the thing is that it chooses a random word that is present in the game and spawns a tiny little alien cardboard cutout behind it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy the word alien in my clipboard, paste that into like 500 times. There is an alien behind virtually every single door that is in this game. There's one in every transformer, there's one in every satellite, there are a handful in the base. So I shouldn't have to hit it any more than 40 times. So 40 should be a pretty solid guess when it comes to, hey, how many times do I need to hit this creature wherever he goes, no matter what. 40 should be a pretty solid amount. And I may talk to him and ask about maybe changing around how long the shift lengths are, because 7 days is a lot of content packing with something. So I'm probably going to end up pausing the recording and or just cutting it off for a little bit. Well, I'll have to ask about that definitely, because the way that he has this set up currently, not that we have this set up currently, is that 7 days to swap out. Now, 7 days is starting to feel like a really long time. My longest save is 33 days, which is about not even 5,000 in 7 days. Yeah, hell of a lot. Track every 7 in-game days. Now this is the 3rd in-game day. So I'm gonna probably pause the recording and message him and ask about changing over to 3 days to stay. How long is that going to take? Currently, at this rate, I'm about working. I don't even know how long, so, but quite a bit. I'd say there's that isn't quite done. That's fully done. Oh, why did I press that? There's one right here that may or may not even be an actual signal. Hey Initialize the satellite rotation. Well, what a turn. Hold on, I'm gonna message Corrange right about now. And after a brief consolidation, we have agreed that 3 days is better due to the amount of footage that is accumulating and how much will have to be edited, because I am currently sitting at over 2 hours worth of footage. And editing that consists of watching 2 hours of footage and adding in commentary and time lapses and other general things that need to be added before it can be even remotely considered a finished product. Good. That is not concerning at all, even though that looks very, very similar to Earth. We'll just treat it like it never existed. Well, actually, we aren't going to treat it like it never exists. We're just going to very closely monitor that and whatever that might be. And we're going to... These really needs to go probably save yeah. What that sound is, or why it goes off, or where it goes off. But for now, I have to get to work. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 16, 17, 18, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. And now, whenever I open up this door... Yeah, see, there's a little guy here now. The little guy will rest there. We'll rotate all of these guys. Actually, this one should be good. Okay, so I can actually slide over to here. Everything needs to be set up so it's leading out. So this actually doesn't need to be here, it needs to be here instead. I already forgot that I put these guys up. That's how you know it's gonna work. Now here's the question. See, I can't see one in here, but there's no TV going through. That's the one actually there. Good. This is set properly, as it should be. More trash bags, I guess. That's really the only thing I can think of to do for the day. Should leave me with 12, enough to get the right box. Okay. This is doing pretty well. Finish, export it back to there. Actually, I'm gonna keep the journal on me. He'll have a notepad in there. We'll look at it eventually. That sounds like the drone. I do want to be able to come into a nice, clean base. So something that has been properly bagged at least. And looks a bit more taken care of than what it was. If I can click on any of these, wow, that is quite a bit. No, I was talking about my voice earlier. I don't even want to come back and look at all this footage. But I know I sound drastically different when it comes to how I hear myself versus how I actually sound. As is everybody, though. It's not, you know. Where if I don't have enough trash bags to deal with the mess in front of the place, I mean, I'm knocking it down by a sizable notch. Let me go around the base and collect all of the smaller piles of trash that have accumulated around, rather than laser focusing on the one. So that's most of that done. I hope that fits the basement door as one. No, it doesn't. Boo. I always forget that I don't have the hiking boots, and I always take a little bit of damage from that. So let's set some of this stuff up. Should have spammed it more than 50 times, probably. If I really wanted them to be at every single door that is anywhere in the vicinity of this facility. But this will be pretty good for now. If we can closely get this to a multiple of 12, I'll consider good. 70... Oh, yeah, that's exactly a multiple of 12, actually. So that is, in fact, all of the trash bags that we can call in. Yeah, exactly. Okay. Looks like you turned out pretty well. Daddy was there already. 9, 8, 2, 2, 5, 6, 6, and now that's going to be a 2. And now I need to make sure I keep an eye on that, because last time I let it run up to 27 seconds. I didn't actually beat that, and I need to make sure I'm hovering over the 2. Can't look away. 5. We got it. Let's go. Lower than I like to be. I keep forgetting that he is there. I'm gonna have at least one down here, right? Apparently not. SV dot cal all. SD dot cal all. Need to knock all of them into the best precision they can be in. And that is gonna very slowly raise. What? It's going to very slowly raise the efficiency of that. I need to count out how much I have left in this one. Because there's nothing left there. I already forgot you were there. Really did. Really, really did. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's a 13th one on the ground if I've ever seen it. That door gets jammed open by him. Let me set him a little further out. There we go. Alright, so I need to order 2 more things. I keep forgetting that they're already here. 2 more. Another item box. Trash bags about to clear. To finish cleaning all of the baggable trash on base. All item trash need to be loose. Alright, so let me take a look at how much time it is. So it's nearly 6 o'clock on the end of Wednesday. See, there wasn't one back here, sadly. It might be because you can see it from out there, but I'm not sure. It's 13. A couple of the guys are door cloggers, and they prevent doors. Seven left. Wait, so did I pick up one that I forgot earlier? Huh, guess I did. But that leaves no trash left. A lot of this has just been not talking and me just doing all this because I've been zoned out and really focused on getting all this done, but I mean, it's just been a lot of me thinking rather than voicing my thoughts. I've kind of slipped out of the habit because of just how much I've been thinking about getting stuff done and not talking about it. It's weird to just actually have to talk about it if I want it to get through when it comes to just technically speaking, no, and I'm probably going to get better about that as this series goes on, considering that it's like a big thing that I've really done, and also the fact that I've been running myself there and back 5 million times with all of this, and doing a bunch of cleanup. But I mean, you'll be able to see the notes I make, take into consideration for yourself. Well, that is unless I edit them out. They're probably not gonna be there. You're probably not gonna see them. So, but yeah. So I mean, Corrange is gonna have to deal with a bunch of the item trash that's scattered around as well as the stains. But he will come back to a tiny little alien behind every door. One of these little guys. One of these, just standing there menacingly behind every one of these doors. Well, not exactly everyone. If he walks in the part of the tree, or probably some other area of this base that I didn't actually really cover. It's a pretty big place. Other than that, it's mostly station covered. All of the highlights are properly calibrated. That needs to refine. There's something out that direction. So that and Transformer 3's direction. All the Transformers are going there. There's also something out there in direction. No, it's going to move it through. That's the valley in front of there, so it's moving along that area. I don't know, it's weird. But just kind of hoping to get stuff done. That's nearly downloaded. That hasn't quite finished up yet. This is a planet, so we might get something interesting out of the spectrogram. I just got an email about the package probably received, yeah. 200 things are left. Save the signal. I'll be driving there. But if I go to the database where we have Planet 1 saved, so I'm going keep for further investigation. Done. Keep for further investigation. Okay, so these planets. Done. Want to start off with this. Oh, okay, that's quite lucky to run just into that. successful paint. That's even better. It's not quite converted yet. That is it. That's an interesting signal. Wait, where's cameras? Photos. Modules? All just got like a couple minutes ago. I think it's got some interesting qualities to it, and I think it'd be best to keep it and look out for it. That is downloading something really big. All unknowns. That's gonna start to get a little bit higher quality soon. Gotta run and grab the well, I've got something to print with now. That's still a huge file. Find the boar. Nope, I'm finding it. Alright, and with the Transformers down, everything clean, 2 nightmares in 1 night, I think that is the end of my first shift, because we changed it down to 3 days. I'm gonna have to end up looking through close to 3 hours of footage for 3 days worth of playtime, and that in shift mode in Orange, eventually, whenever he gets his video up, and if I figured out how to do it, his video is going to be up in the top right, about right now. And other than that, that should be all. So, I will probably end up doing another one of these after Corrange does his next one. So, for that is all.